Isabella doing the podcast today with Isaiah Campbell.
So do you ever leave a photo unedited on purpose, like raw, or like just how it's shot? Like, or do you edit it?
Sometimes I'll have like pretty minimal edits, I guess. Like I don't try to do anything too complex. So I guess like kind of in that sense. But usually like every time I'll like adjust the exposure and contrast, like remove dust and like crop it a little bit.
Okay.
And whatnot, but I don't know. I don't really have much desire to leave it unedited because I think that kind of leaves stuff on it, like potential on the table. Kind of like there's wasted potential though. So I don't know. I can understand not wanting to like edit too much, like just adjust the exposure or whatever. But I don't know. That just kind of depends on the person.
Okay.
I suppose. I don't know.
Yeah. So for you, like, what's your editing like workflow like? Do you have a system, or do you just like kind of go with your gut?
Usually I'll like apply lens corrections to like clean up the vignetting and lens distortion, and then I'll try to like, if it's underexposed, like brighten it up a bit, or if it's overexposed, like darken it just so I can like kind of see what's going on. And then I'll like crop it in, kind of like get my composition dialed in, and then I'll adjust my exposure and contrast and everything. And then I'll kind of get my colors worked in, do some color grading, and then I'll like mask so I can kind of like bring more attention to like certain parts of the image, like darken like the bottom or like the sky or whatever, like brighten up like the subject, or like I don't know, just like do whatever I need, I guess.
Okay, do you use color to tell a certain story in your photos?
I mean, I'll use the lack of color too, but I don't think I really. I guess it kind of depends. I don't know. I think it depends on what, like where I'm at, because like an example could be there's this mural in Fort Morgan with this like cool abandoned truck in front of it, and it's like the colors of the mural are like kind of an important part of like what makes it look interesting, I guess.
Okay.
So it's like if that was in black and white, it just wouldn't look right, you know. It's just ain't right. So I guess that could be an example of it. Or like the Perry-Gothic, the lack of color is what makes it kind of feel like noir, unsettling, I guess.
Okay.
But usually I'll use black and white to tell a story more than I will use color, I guess.
What role does editing play in your process? Do you already know how a photo will look, or do you just kind of guess?
I usually like go into it with like wanting to have like certain colors, or like kind of like light, like I said, like the Prairie Gothic, or there's like, I really like these like pastel colors where it's like bright and airy, like the grass is kind of like a little like pink from like the twilight, and the sky is like, you know, kind of like a rosy gold or like rosy pink. And you know, it's just like I try to usually like make them easy and like peaceful to look at, I guess you could say. But most of the time I don't like edit a lot, but I do kind of have like ideas before going into it, or like what I want.
Okay. How do you know when a photo is like done, like ready to like show?
Artists or photographers will be like, it's never done, or like you're never gonna like be done working. And I guess if they're really good at their job, I guess they can say that.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of them are better than me, but usually I kind of get to a point of like satisfaction. I'm like, I like looking at this myself, and if I can please myself, maybe like 90% of the time other people will like it too. So that's like, I'm like, all right, I'll like go ahead and like post this, or like I'll spend the money on printing it.
You know, a favorite part of like the whole process, from like scouting and editing?
It's hard to pick, but I kind of like being there in the moment, because
like during the shoot, or
yeah, I like exploring new places, and it's like I get to see this place in my state that most people don't really get to see. It's like it's kind of out in the sticks. Most people aren't like going on trips to see these things.
No, yeah.
But if I really like get a really good shot, it's like kind of hard to not be excited when like you get the print in the mail or something.
That's
It's
true.
like, oh, I can like, because it's like so different when you like see like a printed thing versus like being on a screen. You know, it's just like completely a different vibe. You know, and it's like
it's real life.
It's more visually stunning, I guess.
What's something about your process that makes process that might surprise people, like that don't film or anything like that, or photography?
I guess kind of like going into it unplanned. There's a lot of people like plan things out or like know what's gonna happen, and I kind of just like fly by the seat of my pants sometimes, just because like I don't really know what I'm getting into.
Yeah.
So I guess that's kind of like what's different about going to those places. Another thing that's different is like I'm technically breaking the law, I guess. Like I'm trespassing most of the time, even though it's like not really that big of a deal. But I mean, I have been seen by landowners a couple times. Usually, they're always chill. They're like, "All right,
good.
you're cool."
That's so
But
scary.
it's like, or like just like, oh, this house could like collapse while I'm in it or something because it's 150 years old and it's like been out in the wind for.
Do you go on the
so
second
long.
floor places?
Sometimes,
Oh.
but I'm careful.
Okay.
I'll like
scary.
tiptoe a bit, hop around a bit, make sure it's
Like double step, maybe.
Yeah, like make sure it's good. Yeah.
Like the stairs and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, ooh.
But usually if I'm like really confident.
Okay.
Yeah.
How do you handle creative blocks or days when you just like there's nothing interesting, you just don't feel inspired?
I usually like just wait until the time's right.
You just not go that
like,
day. Like you. Just
I have a whole catalog of like places I want to go.
Okay.
And it's like I just kind of usually don't like suffer that much. But sometimes it's like, oh, I don't really feel like getting out of the car. All these places suck. But I don't know. Sometimes it's just like you gotta, like, because driving sometimes it's like you're so comfortable inside the car that you're like, I don't want to slam on the brakes and like check this place out. But sometimes you just gotta like slow down and like, why don't I like this place? And then like really be conscious about like, oh, okay, I'm not gonna stop here because I don't like this or that. Or
Okay.
just like sometimes you just gotta
Dig
be
a little
like,
deeper.
yeah, just like understand like why you don't wanna be creative, I guess. I don't
No,
know.
I like that. So it's something about your process that like do you ever like go back and like reshoot a location if you're not happy, or like if you're not happy with your first photo, like do you ever just go back?
I will if I don't like the first photo, but also I like to see how they change over time.
Okay.
Because it's like all these places are like out in the snow and rain and whatever
So
and
do
wind.
you go back in different seasons?
Yeah, I will do that too.
Okay.
But it's also cool to see like how things weather and decay over time. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, one day this is here and the next day it's not. Or like some places like Abbott Church will get raised or whatever.
Yeah.
Or there's been like a couple instances where like buildings get raised on purpose.
You're good.
And it's like, oh, that sucks. That's not there anymore. So like, I don't know. I guess you're like, it's cool to be like, oh yeah, I have a photo of that. There's like once there. It's like transient thing.
Like
that
what
I know
was
about.
there?
Yeah, just like I don't know, like a snapshot in time, I guess. So that's one reason I'll go back. And then, yeah, like I said, if I don't get like good shot because of weather or whatever, or, like lighting. But I like know it's a good spot, I'll like go back.
Okay. And then, what makes a photograph like meaningful to you? What makes it like what are your hopes people notice?
Most of the time, it's just like I think it looks cool.
Okay.
It's like most of my reason why I like photograph abandoned houses.
And like, what do you want people to like see from your photos? Sorry, like worded that bad at first.
Like, most of the time I'm hoping like I'm exposing some like people to something that I'm passionate about that they've probably never seen before. That's a lot of it. But I genuinely think it's just like cool to see. 'Cause it's like, I guess that kind of is combined with like things people haven't seen before. It's like, I think it's
cool.
like this thing that I hope people would enjoy, I guess. I know it's kind of a weird way to say it, but like, I don't know. It's like, I want to show people this thing. You know? It's like how I speak is like, take a picture. And
It's
then
like how
I
you
get to share it
express.
with people. Huh?
Like express things.
Yeah, express things. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't know, there's no like very profound meaning, I guess.
Okay.
Which I think a lot of people would expect. That isn't really true. Like, there's no like really deep meaning, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, how long does it like usually take you to shoot a full location?
Depends on how close I am to the property owner's house.
Okay.
And I might be waiting for like sunset, or like I'm like, I don't really want these people to see me here. I'm gonna be like in and out quick. Or like if I use if I use like my film camera, that like takes a while to set up. It might be like 20 or 30 minutes in the same spot.
Okay.
Just like setting up, composing,
like before
and tearing
you want
down.
to do the things.
Well, no, just to like set up,
Okay.
and, like everything, and like take it and whatnot. But it kind of just depends, place to place. But that can be quick if I need to be.
Do you listen to music while like shooting, or do you like prefer silence? Like, want to be one with like the like kind of shoot you're taking?
Usually I prefer silence.
Okay.
But sometimes if I know I'm gonna be fast, I'll just like leave the car running and then like the music's playing.
Okay.
Whatever. But, like I listen to music when I drive because it's like it's an engine. You know, we've all heard it.
You gotta have some music.
It's
while
not
driving.
silent anyways, so I might as well listen to something cool.
Okay.